Imagine pulling out your phone, tapping a button to swap an Ethereum NFT for some Solana, and never once worrying about a seed phrase or some complex bridge.
Right. Just totally seamless.
Exactly. Oh, and your personal AI actually executed the entire trade for you in the background. Welcome to today's deep dive. If you've been reading the latest 2026 institutional research reports, you've probably noticed a massive shift.
Yeah. I mean, Near Protocol is no longer just this, Solana alternative. It's quietly becoming the engine powering what's being called the agentic web.
So our mission today is to really unpack how they built this universal orchestration layer where AI agents, not just humans, navigate crypto.
And to get to this point, to actually support AI and, mass adoption, Near had to ruthlessly solve two historical headaches: scale and usability. They recently hit a staggering 1 million transactions per second.
Wait, 1 million per second?
Yeah, 1 million. It's through this network upgrade called Nightshade 2.0. And instead of just throwing more hardware at the problem, they totally changed how data is verified.
Because traditionally, a blockchain requires validators to download the entire history of the network. Right?
No, exactly, which creates massive state bloat. So Nightshade 2.0 uses what they call stateless validation. Validators just use witnesses. They're these really lightweight cryptographic proofs of state transitions.
Oh, okay. So it's like proving you have enough money to buy a coffee by just showing a certified bank receipt for the exact amount, rather than forcing the barista to download your entire 10-year financial history.
That's the exact mechanism. You just drop the dead weight. But raw speed doesn't really matter if the system is impossible to use. I mean, traditional crypto accounts are terrifying strings of random letters.
Oh, absolutely. They're a nightmare.
Right. So Near uses human-readable names like institutional.near, and they pair that with something called chain signatures.
Which is the part that feels like a universal remote control for Web3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because through this 8-node multi-party computation network, which is basically a setup where multiple independent nodes have to agree to form a digital signature, you can use that single Near account to natively sign transactions on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana.
And the user doesn't have to manage any of that.
Right. If I'm using a universal remote, I don't need to know how infrared signals work to change the channel. I'd imagine for most of Near's 2.5 million daily users, the underlying blockchain is entirely invisible.
Oh, they don't even know they're on Web3. They're just logging into an app. And getting that clunky architecture out of the way makes Near the perfect sandbox for autonomous AI agents.
We're really entering the era of Near intents.
Okay, so how do intents work?
Well, instead of you manually bridging assets, which, let's face it, is usually a disaster, you just state what you want to happen.
Like sell this Ethereum NFT for Solana.
Exactly. And the AI handles all the complex routing. This intent-based trading drove $15 billion in volume in just the first quarter of 2026. But wait, hold on. I'm a bit confused about the economics here. If I'm just telling my AI to swap tokens, and I'm not paying traditional gas fees to bridge them, who is paying the rent? I mean, compute power isn't free.
Oh, the AI agents themselves pay.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they pay in Near tokens for their own compute resources and transaction fees. And as this AI economy scales up, doing thousands of microtransactions, it creates this crazy cursive demand loop. 70% of those transaction fees are burned.
Wow, so it's constantly removing tokens from circulation.
Yep. And crucially, the AI operates inside a secure environment using decentralized confidential machine learning, or DCML.
Which acts as a hardware black box. Right.
Yeah.
So the AI can execute trades without leaking your private financial data or strategies back to the AI model provider.
That's the idea. The privacy is totally baked in.
Okay, so AI agents are seamlessly routing billions of dollars across multiple chains. But, that seamlessness is exactly what terrifies security researchers. If Near is the central hub connecting all these different chains, doesn't a leak in one pipe threaten to flood the entire house?
Yeah.
I mean, take the sweat economy hack on April 29th, 2026.
Yeah, that was rough.
13.7 billion tokens drained in 30 seconds because of an app-level bug.
It's a really stark reminder. I mean, the core protocol held up fine, but an application built on top of it had a flaw. When you're the ultimate connector, your attack surface is just massive. Look at the recent Litecoin exploit.
Right.
A glitch on the Litecoin network exposed Near's intent solvers to $600,000 in potential liabilities.
Because the solvers are the market makers who actually execute these intents for the AI. They basically front the money to make the trade feel instant. So a glitch on Litecoin meant the solvers paid out on Near, but never got reimbursed on the Litecoin side.
It's the harsh reality of cross-chain contagion. You effectively inherit the security flaws of every single chain you touch. The intent solvers have to be hyper-vigilant because one bad bridge can just drain liquidity.
So stepping back, Near has clearly evolved from a simple Solana alternative into the hidden plumbing of Web3. It's perfectly positioned to capture value from a massive aggregation monopoly by making the whole ecosystem frictionless.
It completely expands the definition of what a blockchain is actually supposed to do.
Which leaves you with a really interesting question to ponder. If Near truly succeeds in making the blockchain entirely invisible for both humans and AI agents, will the very concept of separate, distinct blockchains completely disappear from public consciousness within the next few years?